Okay, what's up? Um, I know I said my next video was gonna be like my Swiss tier list. That video is like 30 to 40 minutes, and I'm doing some editing to it, and I have an interview recorded that also needs to be edited. I wanted to get something up before I went to bed, so I did a top 10 player list excluding SRG, just because I think it'd be kind of obvious with SRG included. You can already see it up. I did one on the Rage Bait podcast, but I'm gonna be honest. I was just thinking about names. I didn't really sit down and think. I was doing it like right before recording. So my top 10 list with actual thought is Starbound, Bob, Sherrod, Powerpixel, Corrupt, Edith, Melia, Jazzykins, Glowstick, and Zori. Um, I think two big ones. I think you could. People might be surprised about like maybe 8 down. I think Jazzykins. I think very highly of Jazzykins. I think she's a very good player. Um, I think she's one of those players where she will just do what is needed to win, and I respect that a lot. She kind of flip flops around the role. She did it on 100 Thieves. Um, she does what it takes to win, and I really respect that. I think she's good. Um, Going to 9, I think very highly of Glowstick. I don't think Glowstick has really gotten like an opportunity to fully shine. I think Glow is a very strong recon that will hopefully get the chance to prove themselves in Swiss. And I have Zori. I think people might be surprised about Zori. I think, truthfully, in OQ1, I think Zori was slumping a little bit. And Zori was also perma Yoru when I don't think Zori's like, not necessarily not a good Yoru, but Zori is better on the entry. And now that Yoru's gotten nerfed and should be out of the meta a little bit, and I'm hoping that Zori gets to go back onto primary duelist where she was good at previously, which is like Jet, the Neon, right, stuff like that. And I always thought Zori was good. I just need to. I hope to see her get to play what she's comfortable with. Well, I'll explain the other ones briefly. If you're doing a top 10 minus SRG, I think it's kind of a no-brainer to have Starbound at number 1. I think even you could make an argument for Starbound to even be in the top 5 if you include SRG. To be honest, Starbound's very good. Um, a good win condition for this team for sure. Um, you got Bob and Sherrod as 2 and 3. I also think very highly of both these players. Both of them play in tier 2. I think Sherrod was very good even on the YPX team last year that played in main event, and Bob obviously has proven herself on multiple different teams. Power Pixel at number 4, I think top 2 callers in GCNA. You could make an argument for number 1, to be honest, if you wanted to. But I think Power Pixel is just another one of those players who's like very solid, does what it takes to win, very strong caller. Speaking of callers, I got Corrupt at the 5. I think Corrupt, if you look at a lot of teams Corrupt has been on in GC, especially in recent times, they all get leveled up with Corrupt. I've heard very good things about how Corrupt just like calls, plays the game, and just overall helps their team. And then 6th, I got Edith. Edith is insane. One of the best duelists in GCNA. I think you could actually argue maybe the best. Very insane player. And following her, I actually have 3 FlyQuest members in a row. I didn't realize that. I got Melia at 7th. Melia, very strong, just like Viper Senti player for Fly. Definitely like another one of those standout performers. So this is my top 10 with thinking you'll see the Rage Bait one on the Rage Bait podcast. That one, I'm not gonna delete it off the internet. It's whatever. But just know, this is mine with like thinking, and I ordered it, not while I'm eating dinner. So now that we've done that, I have my underrated players list next. Some of them might be surprising because some of them are already on good teams, but I don't think they get the recognition they deserve. I also know I'm missing players. I'm just limiting it to Swiss. And we'll just talk about it. So here's my underrated players list. I have Ruin, Sekya, Snackbox, Gia, Ev, Zukos, and Cross Unity. I do want to give a shout out to Mass Treasure. I wanted to say some of Mass Treasure players on here, but then I realized like I was just kind of putting most of the team on here, so I wanted to give them a shout out. If you're going off of underrated teams, I would say Mass Treasure is one of them. They just haven't gotten to prove themselves, and I think once they get to play and they prove themselves, it'll be a lot better. So we'll go top down. I think Ruin is definitely a highlight of the Hyperspeed Golden roster. Very insane, very talented Neon, and they do their job very, very well. Next, I got Sekya. I think Sekya's kind of like being kind of low key for a little bit, right? She was on the Fisher Fumblers team, and then she played on like some Pug teams for a little bit. I think Sekya is very good. Just as someone who has listened to her talked to her, even played with her a little bit, I think Sekya is a very good team player, very knowledgeable, has good util, and just always looking to improve. I got Snackbox second. I don't see a lot of people talking about them. I actually think they're a very good player. They were a good player on the, I believe it was Dash. I'm gonna type it out. Their thing was this. Snackbox was on that team, and they're very, like, I would say probably their best player. I don't see a lot of people talking about them. Either I'm in the dark or something, but I think Snackbox is very, very talented. Next, I have Gia. I did talk to her on Twitter just now. I think Gia, maybe underrated is not the best word, but I do think she's improved a lot. I think she's a strong IGL, and her mechanics are getting significantly better, or better enough to at least she's like even. She'll go positive in some series, like match MVP, a map here or there. Like I think she has come into her own as an IGL on this team. Next up, I have Ev. Ev is on the FlyQuest team, but I think they're definitely almost like an unsung hero of that team. Maybe hero is not the right word, but I don't think Ev gets their flowers as much as some of the other players. I think when you look at it, Ev provides very, very good util for their team. I think mechanically they've gotten a lot better compared to previous OQs or Swisses. But Ev has really come into their own. I think they have always had good util, and it's kind of just been like in the shadows compared to the others on FlyQuest. So yeah, I wanted to give Ev credit. Next up, I got Zukos from Ouroboros. I think Zukos also is underrated. They are a part of the Rage Bait podcast also, so I'm sure I'll hear about it a little bit. But I think Zukos is good. I think Zukos, good team player. Definitely brings the energy, at least from the small things I hear regarding the team and like their comms and whatever. I think Zukos is very talented. I actually think a lot of the Ouroboros team can also be up here. Two people that come to mind are Monarch C. I almost said Monarch X. Monarch CS. I do think she's a bit underrated also. I'm not going to edit the list now, but I think she's underrated. But I do think people will kind of come to realize that when they watch. But I think Zukos is very solid, is improving a lot mechanically. And yeah, I think Zukos is good. Last up, I got Cross Unity. People do say that she's insane and she's talented, but I really do think I wanted to give her a shout out. I think she has taken in kickoff. She almost took the hyperspeed paladins to Swiss, and unfortunately, they didn't even get to play their qualifier. Main event. They didn't even get to play their qualifier to main event. But I think Cross is super good. I think she's one of those IGLs where it's like she can get a good pre-round out. And in my interview with Ruin sung her praises a lot as an IGL also. Um, so yeah, I wanted to give her a shout out. I think she's an IGL that provides very good utility as well as she kind of keeps her fragging power very high. So I wanted to give her a shout out. And yeah, I think some other notable names, right? I would say Monarch CS. Vienna from Ouroboros is also underrated. But I think people know that she's good in game. I think it's just more so like out of game stuff. I think Nully from YDZ is pretty underrated. I think that would be it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of drawing a blank. Anyway, I just want to get a video out. If you heard a Discord notification, no, it wasn't you. It was me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you for the support on the videos. I've been getting messages about, like, just enjoying the content, right? And I know it's not, like, anything insane, right? I thrive a lot on analytical videos, and those will be coming more when Swiss starts. But again, thank you so much for the support. Just knowing that people like it makes me want to keep making these videos. I got 2 videos already recorded: the Swiss stage tier list and a interview with Ruin. So one of those will be up tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna edit them down, maybe both. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy it, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, have a good evening.